the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017. We are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got a compelling AFC matchup for you, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Houston Texans. Brandon Garden alongside Charles Davis. And before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones: turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
And we are underway
Timer
from Houston.
To kick off for Buffalo.
And not much happening on the return.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
That one complete. It's Tank Dell.
Pass. Complete to Tank Dell. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 31-yard line.
His hand in a hurry, as he did there.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he slips up past the 45 before the tackle. Yeah, 17 yards. The Texans also getting 7 downs.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Play action. Stroud now. This one left side caught by Collins.
Stroud's pass complete to Nico Collins.
And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bills' 48-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
Stroud's pass.
He'll go down inside
complete
the
to Dalton Schultz.
before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it
okay hook
3rd
up there with his
and
tight
2.
end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Throwing now is Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And
That's
the
good
Texans,
for a first down. His second catch of the opening drive.
First and
really
10
a
at
solid
the
start on the
29-yard
opening
line.
drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there. First down run, he gets maybe 3.
He was brought down at the 26.
Unselfish
4
players
yards
on any
on the
football
pickup.
team. Defensive
2nd and
tackles,
6.
because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now Stroud. Got his man, Dell. They get him to the pass. On the cusp of the red zone after pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a gain of 6.
Well, that's not
Brings
just his
up
first,
3rd
not his second,
and
already
1.
his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage.
C.J. Stroud.
Coverages added.
It's a gain of a yard.
And hope
That's another Texans first down.
On the quarterback
First
sneak,
and
and that's
10
not
at the
easily done
19-yard
because there
line.
are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line.
Gain on the ground,
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down and 4. Option right, here's Stroud. And he's in.
C.J. Stroud.
C.J. Stroud.
Touchdown, Texans.
And the Texans will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon.
That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field
lining up
faster?
for the extra
because
point.
Both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Kaimi Fairbairn, the kickoff for Houston.
Now to kick it away.
Across the 20.
The Bills take over 1st and 10
at the 23
at their own 23-yard line.
Here comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards.
To Josh Palmer.
And they'll leave him with a second and
10
just a few
yards on
inches
the pickup.
left.
It's 2nd and inches
on the opening drive.
at the
Offense, you gotta
33-yard
really get
line.
out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Cook up the gut. And he'll be brought shy of 40 at the 38-yard line.
A 5-yard gain on the
Gain of
play.
5, good enough
That's
for the
good
first
for
down.
Bills. First
I know what you're
down.
thinking out there. I know a lot of you are
A
thinking,
5-yard
take a
gain
shot
on the
downfield.
play.
It's a great spot
First
for
down,
it.
Bills.
I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Working across midfield.
A gain of 19 yards.
They call
That's
it a gain of
another
19,
Bills
and it moves the
first
chains.
down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing now is Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Allen's pass complete to
Strategy was
Jackson
evident there.
Vaughn.
Get it to your tight end.
1-yard
and make it a
gain
one-on-one
brings up
play with
2nd
the
and
quarterback.
9
Who's usually
at
going to
the
win that?
Texans' 42-yard line.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Allen going to throw. Looking on the outlet, he finds Shakir. And he gets his down inside the 35
to Khalil Shakir. It's a gain of 9.
Results there in
Makes
9
it
yards.
3rd and inches.
And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Allen now on the sneak.
And he's going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's another
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call it low risk, low reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well
It's
on this drive.
second and
Once again, they
6.
show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And they'll work from the 29 on second and 6. Now Allen. Open man is Palmer.
Josh
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 17-yard line.
First down.
He sold the go route really well.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
For a nice completion.
Stevies love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Let's see who's faster.
They'll try the middle with Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. They'll get back to a line of scrimmage, and that's
EJ Speed on the tackle.
just a yard on the pickup.
A gain of a
They'll
yard.
bring up a second and
Brings
9.
up second and 9.
Not much on that
at
run,
the
Charles.
16-yard
No,
line.
that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Touchdown!
Allen's pass complete to Josh Palmer.
16-yard
Touchdown, Buffalo.
And the Bills respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Tyler Bass for the extra point
attempt. It's up
The
and
kick
good.
is
So these
good.
teams match touchdowns here in
That
the first
ties
quarter.
the game
We're tied
at
7-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer.
Tyler Bass
Each
to
team's
kick
had
off
it. Each
for
team has
Buffalo.
scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Gets past one man.
Tremont Smith
It's a
on the
pretty good
return.
return here as he'll
The
get this up
Texans
to the
take over
29.
first and 10.
So now
At
we
their
get set
own
to see Houston
29-yard
for their
line.
second drive of the ball game. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Throw right side in to Foster Moreau. And they get him down, but now Ford takes it across the 40-yard
It's a gain of 14 yards.
First play of the drive going for
And the
14 and a first
Texans,
down.
first
I know
down.
this may be jumping the gun a little
First
bit.
and
but
10 at the
7-7,
42-yard
flinging it
line.
around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Stroud off the play fake. Now he'll take this. Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. And we'll get it
C.J.
out to
Stroud
midfield.
on the
Yeah,
keeper.
right at midfield at the
He's
50.
brought down by Shaq
Much like a
Thompson.
running back going through the line,
It's a
quarterbacks have
gain
to
of
be
8.
aware of protecting
Brings
the
up
football
second
as
and
well.
2
Left it exposed
at
that
the
time.
50-yard
Wound up
line.
having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7-7, our score after one.
quarter from Houston, it's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And a good push. He's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
13 yards on the
48
play.
yards rushing for
That's
him now, and he's
another
carried the ball just 5 times.
First down.
They're making it look easy
First
out there.
and 10
Another
at the
first down. So
29-yard
far on this
line.
drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. And incomplete.
Stroud's
A drop
pass.
there in the middle third of the
Intended
field.
for Jaden
That'll bring him
Higgins.
2nd down.
Incomplete.
After
It's
watching him
2nd
drop
down
that
and
slant, I
10.
can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. 4 yards the gain.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
That
He was
second
brought
down
down
play
at
call
the
was not to
26.
pick up the first down.
It's
It was
a
to
gain of
accomplish
4.
what they did to get
Brings
into a
up
manageable
3rd
third
and
down
6.
because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. And Stroud now to throw. This pass complete to Higgins.
Complete to number 81, Jaden Higgins.
He only gets 3.
A 4-yard gain.
So much
It's
about
4th
offense is
down.
what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And so close, he gets it to a run. Out of bounds right there.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
First and goal, and defensively,
And
all
the
they can do is
Texans
shake their heads.
first
Not only
down.
did they allow the conversion, but
First
a big
and goal
play
at
as
the
well.
1-yard line.
He's going backwards here.
The ball carrier.
Back to the 5-yard
And Oliver made the tackle.
It's a loss of
A
4.
4-yard
on the
loss
first
on the
down
play.
That's
Second
a really
and
alert
goal
defense there
at the
because they saw the
5-yard
heavy
line.
look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Stroud to throw it. And he's got it. Only 3 yards there on the completion.
Complete
That'll
to
lead to a
Tank
3rd
Dell.
and goal.
Well,
A
if you
gain
do
of
read
3
man coverage,
yards.
Brandon, the
It's
drag
now
route's a pretty
3rd
good one to
and
run
goal.
against it because you're running away from people on it.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Montgomery. Well, Montgomery just unable to twist
David
free
Montgomery, the
as
ball
they hit
carrier.
him short of the line
Stopped
to gain.
short of the goal line.
No
gain
gain
on the play.
And what to
Brings
do
up
now on
4th
4th
and goal.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, major letdown. This is the time to go.
Well
and
for
put 6
Lord
on.
on the stop.
They stop it
Result of the
short
play
on
is
4th
a
and goal
turnover
from
on
the
downs.
1. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get them the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Now a first carry for their fullback. That time ran through one
Taken
tackle,
down
but
right at the
ultimately he's
line
only
of
going to
scrimmage.
get back to the line of
No gain
scrimmage.
on the play. Second
really shouldn't
and
be a
10.
surprise. It's going to be
At
hard
the
to
3-yard
move people
line.
in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Intended for Khalil
Coaches tell us all the time that having a
Incomplete.
powerful arm isn't the number one thing to look
It's
for in a
third
quarterback.
down
When you're trying to throw inside
and
routes
10
and you need to put some
yards
heat
to
on
go.
it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. That is caught. And they work this out past the 25.
Homer.
That one good for 24
A gain of 24 yards. That's good for a Bills first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on third down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys. A great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
Runs pass. Intended for Khalil Shakir. Incomplete.
Throw there, and it'll be second
He was
down.
covered by Henry Toho.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
To the air, Allen. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was
The
kind of up for
Texans
grabs,
take over
and it's going to
first
come down
and
the
10
hands of the wrong
at the
team.
30-yard line.
Houston's offense taking over again. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start first and 10. So first and 10 now from the 30. Again to Montgomery out of the gun. Managed to pick up about 4.
He's brought down by Shaq Thompson.
Well, the end of all that hitting and
4
hollering,
yards
it was
on
a
the
4-yard
pickup.
run, so the offense
Second
can go back
and
down and
6
feel pretty good about
at the
themselves.
Bills' 26-yard
Defensively,
line.
you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Play action. Here's Stroud. That's complete. It's Collins. He's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
A gain of 15
Second catch for him
yards.
today, and it'll wind
And
up
the
a first down.
Texans
Another
first
nice play
down.
there. They've gotten down into the red
First
zone
and
in no
10 at
time
the
at all.
11-yard line.
That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a first and 10.
First down. Here's the run to Montgomery. And he's going to be met
David
at the line
Montgomery,
of
the ball
scrimmage and
carrier.
taken down.
He was brought down
Just a
at
yard
the
on the
10-yard
first down
line.
carry, so it's
1
second
yard
and 9.
gain. Brings up second
Absolutely love
and
the effort
9.
there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now second and 9 from the 10. Stroud. And this is going to be
Stroud's pass. Intended
It's a
for
tried and true
Dalton
formula,
Schultz.
and I don't think it'll
Incomplete.
change for as long as we play football.
It's now third down
If someone's trying to
and
throw the
9
ball
yards
and
to
you can
go.
put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and 9. Now he's going to step up and run. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short
Tackle
of the
made
first
at the
down
5-yard line.
marker. 5 yards
A
that
gain of
time out of the
5.
scramble.
It's fourth
But now
down.
they're looking at a fourth down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does
Kaimi
turn a
Fairbairn
possible
on
loss
for the field
into
goal.
positive yardage.
A 22-yard attempt.
The kick by
The kick is good.
And they take
Makes
the
the
lead
score
here now at
Texans 10.
10-7.
Bills
So,
7.
Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Kyrie Fairbairn in the kickoff for Houston.
Send this one away.
Yeah, now a little across the 25.
The Bills take over first and 10
There's the Buffalo
at their
offense
own
now as they get
27-yard
set
line.
to take over here.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he gets this up to the 34 out of
Complete
bounds there.
to number 4, James Cook.
There on the first down screen
Out of
play.
bounds at the 34-yard line.
There to
A
start the
7-yard
drive,
pickup
especially if you're a team
brings
that
up
has a little bit of a
second and
reputation
3.
for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Up the middle, it's Cook. A beautiful fake. Getting this just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
A gain of 14.
Potatoes right there,
And
wasn't
the
it? Just go
Bills first
right
down.
at 'em and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
A short throw put in by Kincaid.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play.
Complete to number 86, Dalton
It's
Kincaid.
vitally important to wrap him up
A gain
immediately
of
because
4.
if you let that
It's
big
now
guy
second
get
and
ahead of
6
steam up,
at
boy,
the
then you get real trouble
47-yard
trying to get
line.
him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 6.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Now a second and 6.
Here's Allen to throw it. Shooting hauls it in. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A gain of
That
6.
time they hit him out of the slot on the
That's
ground.
good for a Bills.
Takes some
First
fortitude
down.
from the guy running it because
First
he
and
knows
10 at the
he's going
41-yard
through the
line.
patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And this will be incomplete.
Allen's pass.
Physical
Incomplete.
football there
Intended
on
for
second
DJ
down.
Ward.
Well, that
Brings
was all
up
about the
second
defender
and
making life
10.
difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Now Allen.
Now he'll tap this and run.
Allen, nifty footwork. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the
It's a
stop's
gain
made
of
at the
22
Texans
yards.
19.
That's
A good
another
pickup there,
Bills
22.
first down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Buffalo.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Now the Bills are going to use the first of the timeouts.
Brought down
As
at
they
the
get the
18-yard
stoppage
line.
with just under 50
A gain of
seconds
a yard.
remaining in half number
Brings
one.
up second and
That's a
9.
really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
They work now on second and 9.
To throw, it's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. Down inside the 10. Bills will use the second of their timeouts.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Just over 40 seconds to
And the
go in the
Bills
first half.
first down. First and goal, Buffalo.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Allen. Right back to Cook for another completion.
Complete to James Cook. Touchdown,
James
Buffalo.
Cook from a yard out. And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Tyler Bass
now
for the extra point.
And that makes it
His kick is
14-10.
good. Makes the score Bills
A
14,
9-play drive.
Texans 10.
And it was James Cook finishing things off with a touchdown catch.
Tyler Bass
After the
to kick
touchdown,
off for
Bass to
Buffalo.
kick it away. And he's up
The
across
Texans
the
take over
25
first and
down
10
at the 28.
at their own 28-yard
Texans
line.
offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get in field goal range.
Sprouse
Now the Texans will burn the first
complete
of their
to Jaden
timeouts.
Higgins.
As the clock will
It's a
stop
gain
with
of
just under
9.
30
Brings
seconds
up
to go
second
in the
and
first
a yard
half.
at the
Nothing fancy
37-yard
on
line.
first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
Dalton
And the
Schultz.
Texans will use one of their 2
It's a
remaining
gain of 8.
timeouts.
And the
So as they
Texans
talk it
first
over,
down.
we step aside.
That
First
was a
and
route
10
run,
at
not
the
just with
45-yard
dexterity,
line.
but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Stroud looking to throw. That's caught again by Schultz. And down he goes at the 49.
Complete to
3-yard
Dalton
pickup.
Schultz. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at their 49-yard line.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half. Stroud. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he brings us out past the 20
Bills take over first and 10
at
their own 24-yard line.
Offense first here in this third quarter. Allen and the Bills now with a first and 10 at their own 24. Throwing to start the drive. Allen hit. He lost the football. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And that ball caught free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
To Dalton Kincaid.
Good for 7 there.
It's a gain of 7.
And they'll be faced with a third
Brings
and
up
inches.
third and
I know
inches.
sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days.
It's a gain
You
of
can
2.
flex him out. You can run
That's
wide
good
receiver
for
routes with
Bills.
him. You can make him a
First
primary
down.
target, and that's how he'll shred a
First and
defense.
10 at the
All you
35-yard
want to do
line.
is keep your drive going. Quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on third down, usually you think fourth down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on third. Allen, and he's going to have to shut his down.
Josh Allen
Rankins
sacked.
abruptly
A loss of 4 yards. It's second
On
down.
these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So after the sack, here's second and 14. Allen now looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's
DJ Moore.
They bring him to the ground just shy
A gain of
midfield.
17 yards.
Just his second catch of
And
the
the
game so
Bills
far. This one
first
moves
down.
the chains.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10. Again, this is Cook. And he goes across
Number 4, James Cook, the ball carrier. Reed Blankenship on the tackle.
First down run, and it's
It's a
second and
pickup
4.
of 6.
Getting
Brings
had a ton
up
of success
second
here so
and
far,
4
but you get
at
the
the
feeling that he
45-yard
might be on
line.
the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This second and 4. Allen off the play fake. This one complete to his fullback out of the
Complete
backfield.
to number
Only
45.
able to gain a couple there.
It's a gain of
And
2
they leave
yards.
him with a third and 2.
it's third
I
down.
wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a small one. And he is going to have a Bills first down as this defense unable to hold.
It's a gain of 8.
Gain there on 3rd
That's
and 2.
another Bills first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They hadn't gotten the first down there, but since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Quick slant to Shakir.
Pass. Complete to Khalil Shakir.
To the 30.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard
because
line.
it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Ball carrier.
It's going to go down. It's
Will Anderson on the tackle.
Brings up 3rd down.
Taken down back at
Sometimes
the
you just sit back
34-yard
and
line.
marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't
intended for Dalton
I
Kincaid.
see the surprise in your face there,
Incomplete.
partner. That is a rare
He was
incompletion from
defended
him. He's
by
been on
Derek
point this entire
Stingley.
game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
So on 4th down,
Tyler
off
Bass
goes Allen.
for the
On
field
comes
goal.
Tyler Bass for the
A
Buffalo field goal.
51-yard attempt.
The kick
The
by
kick is
Bass
good.
And that
Makes the
moves him up
score
by a
Bills
touchdown now
17.
at 17-10.
Texans 10.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
So
Tyler
after
Bass
knocking
to
through
kick
the
off
field
for
goal, here's
Buffalo.
Bass to kick it away. And a decent return
The
out to the
Texans take over
27-yard
1st and
line.
10 at
Here's
their
the
own
Texans offense
27-yard
now,
line.
readying for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Looking to put a drive together.
He'll begin by dropping it out to Montgomery.
And he's going to be down at
David
the 35.
Montgomery, the ball
Gain of
carrier.
7.
Cole Bishop
First play
on
of
the
drive.
tackle.
Let's give credit all around.
8 yards
Excellent
on the
blocking.
pickup.
The
Brings
guy
up
carrying the
2nd
ball, he
and
was the
2
finisher. A
at
really
the
nice run.
35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 2.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery.
And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
A gain of 6. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the
They were
40-yard
not fooling
line.
around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he's going to take this
David
ahead for
Montgomery on the
3
handoff.
yards, but no more than
The
that.
tackle made at the
2nd down.
44-yard line.
Not
It's
a
a
lot of
pickup
running
of
room there,
3.
not a place to make
Brings
a
up
cut
2nd
kinda
and
exit
7.
out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
2nd and 7.
Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And he's going to
David Montgomery, the ball
to the
carrier.
48.
He was brought down
Gain of
by
5 there on
Terrell
the run, but
Bernard.
they'll remain a yard or 2
It's a
short
gain of
here with
5.
3rd down coming up.
Brings up
And that
3rd
last carry
and
puts him right at
2.
100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him.
Intended for Tank Dell. Incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Texans send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Throwing now is Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9
complete to number 86, Dalton Kincaid. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 36-yard line.
Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down at a yard.
Handoff comes to Cook. And getting this chest shot in midfield, spotted at the 49.
13 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 13 and a
That's
Buffalo
good
first
for
down.
Bills. First
Sometimes it's hard to
down.
believe, but there
First
are times
and 10
this game
at the
is about
49-yard
patience, isn't
line.
it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there, just one big carry away.
James
from
Cook,
busting this
ball
open.
carrier.
That's a good start for him.
Kamari Lassiter on the tackle.
Rushing for him now.
It's a gain of 9.
Well,
Brings up second and a yard
because they're
at the
playing
Texans'
this game
41-yard
now at their
line.
pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He's got a little daylight. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy
It's a
of the
gain of 21 yards.
That's good for 21
And the
yards
Bills
and a first down.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Bills.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. Can't quite get there. Tackled down at the
19 more yards.
Another big gainer that
That's
time. This
another
one goes for
Bills
19 yards.
First down.
Partner, if you want more
First
carries, I
and
think we saw
goal
how
at
you
the
get him.
1-yard
Showed
line.
that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And then the fullback trying to take him home. Takes it across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab,
Timer
jab.
pass
And
for the
finally,
extra point.
the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra
The
point
kick
by
is
Bass,
good.
up and good.
Makes the
And the lead
score
now up to
Bills
14.
24, Texans 10.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
After the
Timer
touchdown
pass
pass
to
to kick
kick
it
off for
away.
Buffalo.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a great return.
The Texans take
Solid
over
field
first and
position.
10
He's up all the
at
way
their own
to the
45-yard
45-yard
line.
line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Delson in motion. Play action. Stroud now.
And that will not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, this is Montgomery.
David Montgomery, the ball
He's
carrier.
immediately taken down at the line of
Bradley
scrimmage.
Chubb on the tackle.
It'll go as a loss of a
A
yard,
loss of
so now
one.
they deal with
Brings
third
up
and 11.
third down and
After
11.
seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the third down
It's
conversion.
a gain of 18. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now he's going to step up and run.
The imprint on the scramble gets him 6, and that'll be 2nd down.
He's brought down by Shaq Thompson.
With that blitz on first
It's
down.
a pickup
Give
of
him
6.
credit. Stay
Brings
cool
up
under
2nd
pressure
and
still
4
found a way through
at
the
the
extra
31-yard
rushers for
line.
positive yardage. Well done.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Stroud.
Throwing the outright incomplete. That's Collins. Inside the 15-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards.
17 yards on the catch and
the
run. It's a
Texans
first down.
First
Good
down.
yardage on the completion there. And when
First
they look
and
at the
10
scoreboard,
at the
they do
14-yard
understand
line.
a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he'll take this one in for the Texans touchdown. David Montgomery, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
For the extra point. The kick is good. Makes the score Bills 24, Texans 17. Kaimi Fairbairn to
So
kick
after the
off for
touchdown, here's
Houston.
Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And they'll get him down inside
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, Do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook.
And this will leave him a yard short.
James
Nice
Cook, the
pick
ball
up of
carrier.
9 yards on 1st
The
down.
tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Ball control mode now, so if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Again, it's Cook. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the line of
Officially,
scrimmage.
it's no gain on the
No
play.
gain on the
They'll
play.
remain a few inches
It's now
shy of a
3rd
first
and
with
less
3rd
than a
down.
yard.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Allen taking it himself.
And he is going to have the Bills 1st down, at least
It's
at
a gain
first
of a
glance,
yard.
as he'll spot the football
That's
just
good
beyond
for
the
a
marker.
Bills.
They find a
First
way to
down.
convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard
No
line.
frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Able to power through. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
It's a gain of 16
Rushing for
yards.
him now as he has been
That's
tremendous
another
all day.
Bills.
Well, that's a
1st
carry they
down.
have to be satisfied
A gain of
with. And throughout
16
this
yards.
game, they've been satisfied
And the
with what he's
Bills'
given
1st
them.
down.
Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he is tackled inside
DJ
the 40
Moore.
to the 35.
10 more
They get
yards.
10 more there, and
That's
I believe
another
that'll be enough
Bills.
for another 1st
1st
down.
down.
Will. Tell you what,
1st
he's
and
been
10
able to
at
put
the
the ball in some tight
37-yard
spots all
line.
game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Allen.
And that one drops down.
Allen's
Incomplete.
pass. Incomplete.
Coverage there
Intended for
forced the
DJ
ball
Moore.
through, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
Allen's pass.
And they'll get 8
Complete
out of this
to
before
Dalton
being stopped at the
Kincaid.
28.
A gain of 9
That tight end
brings up
position,
3rd
it just seems to
and 1.
continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
He's able to nose right down to the 16-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
that time, and a
And
Bills
the Bills
1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the
No
16-yard
doubt those are
line.
the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on the offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the
11
football.
more yards.
Because you're going to tell your
That's
quarterback,
another
hey, no
Bills.
time to be here.
1st
We're not gonna
down.
throw it here.
1st
Just eat
and
up that
goal
clock.
at the
And if you have
6-yard
the ball,
line.
they can't score. Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from?
Complete
You're just
to
coming
Ty
from
Johnson.
You have to be careful about where
It's a
you're
gain
coming
of a
from,
yard.
obviously.
Brings
But
up
at this
2nd
stage,
and
you
goal
have to take a few
at
chances
the
as well.
5-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Allen going to try and keep it.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover here as his guys will get the football back.
Recovering by
The
the
team
Texans.
football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And at this stage in the fourth, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Dorian Williams
Turn
on
your
the
nose
stop.
up at a gain of 4,
A
dude.
gain
They'll
of
take that
4.
on first
It's
down.
now second
Playbook's
and
got to be
6
pretty well open on
at the
second and 6.
10-yard line.
Second and 6. Throwing now is Stroud. Got his man down.
Stroud's pass
Dropped just
complete
before the line
to
to
Tank
gain.
Dell.
4-yard pickup.
That's
leads
a
them to
gain of
3rd and
5.
1.
Brings up 3rd
When you see zone
and 1.
defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Stroud keeps it. And he is going to have the
C.J.
Texans first down as
Stroud.
they're able to convert, albeit not
It's
by
a gain of
much.
2.
3rd and a yard.
And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
That is caught by Dell.
Take it down, but not before they work it across
It's a gain
midfield.
of 37. That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. Now the Texans are going to
Gain
first
of
of their
28
timeouts.
more yards.
As
That's
again, just
another
under 90
Texans
seconds remaining.
first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Stroud.
His throw incomplete.
Intended for Jacob Higgins. Incomplete.
So I think both
It leads to
sides are gonna
2nd and
serve
10.
every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Right in the middle here, that's complete to Moreau, the tight end.
Complete
Down
to
he goes
Foster
at the 10
Moreau.
with a solid pickup of
That's
8.
a gain of 8. Brings
Brandon,
up
it's okay
3rd
what they're doing
and 2.
right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
A big play here. 3rd and 2.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
A gain of 6. And the Texans first down.
Another carry
First
for their
and goal
leader
at
and
the
a good
4-yard
one.
line.
It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
To the goal line, but it's
Sprout's
incomplete.
pass. Intended for Nico Collins.
Certainly not the worst thing. It
Incomplete.
stops the clock and
Leads
lets your
to
offense
2nd
catch its
and
breath
goal.
and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here now, 2nd and goal. Now Stroud.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And now the decision is to go for two. A gutsy call in this.
The Texans will line up for the two-point conversion. The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score Bills 24, Texans 23.
I know we have individual minds, but I think we're thinking as one on this one. And one was the number, wasn't it?
Yeah, kick the extra point. Now you need a miracle. You need an onside kick quickly and to do something spectacular.
I mean, going for two there, either they felt like this is all we've got left, we've got to win it right now, or they've got some incredible miracle special teams play to get the ball back and give them one last chance.
So with an even 30 seconds to go,
everything
will come down to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team.
Onside kick recovered by
put a
Buffalo.
camper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Texans will use one of their two remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a one-point victory. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth-quarter comeback, able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.